Hi, I'm just going to show you a couple other things that you can do with layer masks in Photoshop. So I've opened one photograph here, and I'm just going to drag and drop the other one on top. This photograph of people in the park. Now, this one's actually from a mobile phone, so I'm going to have to make the photograph bigger. So holding down Shift, I'm going to take one corner and then the diagonally opposite corner until it's the same height. We'll lose a bit of width, but that still looks pretty cool. Now, how are we going to merge these two photographs? I see the music underneath could come through, so it's sort of two photos montaged together. There's a few ways to do it. Some people try with the opacity tool, so you change the opacity of the top layer down, and that makes it come through, makes the background come through. I personally find that when people do this, it ends up really wishy-washy, not very punchy. So there's a few other ways that I like to do it, with layer modes generally. So if you click on your layer modes, which was just here, where it says normal, change the normal to dissolve. Not a lot happened. Try the next one, darken. Okay. So that is, that's certainly a lot more interesting. Now if you are using a mouse, you can actually just use the scroll key when you're working through these different layer modes, and that'll just toggle through them. So you can see that linear burn looks quite interesting. That one's pretty cool. So that's hard light. And different situations will end up with different results. It just depends on the lightness and darkness. That one actually works pretty well too. Pin light. No. No. These negative ones are all a bit funny. So I think maybe that darken, multiply. Multiply is probably one of my favorites there. Now you might decide you don't want it over all of the image. So you can add a layer mask on there. You just click over there, add a layer mask. And this now has white, so that means all of that layer is going to be visible. I'm going to try with a gradient layer mask. So change my gradient just to standard, black through to white. Okay. And I'm just going to draw from one side to the other, gradient. Now that means that that layer, the children, is only coming in from the very, it's totally invisible on the black part, and it's visible on the white part, but there is a layer mode as well, which makes it multiply. So you can get an interesting effect like that. Let's try if we just duplicate this layer. We're going to turn the visibility off on the previous one. We're going to change the layer mode here to normal. Now you can see it goes directly over the right hand side. You can't see the music coming through at all. We'll try doing a different gradient. If we click on the gradient, click on the layer mask, black to white, and I'm going to do that a whole lot earlier. Alright, so the music just comes in a little bit. That's actually in a circle form. We can change it to a linear. Alright, so it's more blended. I'll go a bit further. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Alright, so have a little play around with your layer masks, with your layer modes, and gradients inside your layer mask.